Well, we welcome you back to the campus of Carnegie Mellon University, where, if you're just joining us, the CMU women's soccer team, ranked number 3 in the nation, just tied 0-0 with the number 2 Wash U Bears. And our first substitution of the day in the booth, Bob Orquist, is out for yours truly, Nick Schmeg, still joined alongside here by Kevin Zilmansky. We welcome you back to the Carnegie Mellon University Athletics website. Kevin, it's a CMU team and it's a Wash U team. Both sit at the bottom of the table in conference, but both have had, as to be expected, phenomenal years up to this point.
Yeah, coming in, CMU is 7-3-3. They currently sit with 2 points. They are 7th in the UAA standings. Washington sits below them in 8th without any points in conference with a 4-6-1 record. So unlike the women's match that had the teams towards the top, this one has teams towards the bottom looking to get as many points as they possibly can here. Both teams, this is their 4th match of the conference. They only play 7, so all of them are very critical. You can look at last year's standings. The top 6 will qualify, or top 4, excuse me.
Back underway. It is CMU in their white and gray fighting right to left on your screen. Wash U out of St. Louis in their all red, some thinly painted white stripes as well on those jerseys, fighting left to right. Top threat for CMU, as always, one of the 11 starters, Josh Baugh, the senior forward out of Florida. Saw him already get a touch to it. We'll see him, expect to see him at least a lot this afternoon on a rainy, maybe a little bit chilly day here in Oakland.
Yeah, Baugh comes in, the senior forward from Boca Prep in Boynton Beach, leading the team with 9 goals, 5 assists on the season.
So CMU picks up the early free kick, despite the direction pointed by the referee. This ball gets dropped back to Liam Ryan, who has the 3rd best GAA in the UAA at allowing just 0.8 goals per game. Good to see the sophomore get some increased time. He's had a phenomenal season with 3 shutouts. It's a CMU squad, you mentioned, Kevin, they're 0-1-2 in the conference, but 7-3-3 overall, just dominating Western Pennsylvania play.
Yeah, they played a lot of PAC teams. You're familiar with that conference.
Absolutely, as the first attack here is offsides. I believe that is Fernandez. Second-year player for CMU, transfer out of Slippery Rock University.
We have a Bears player, Nathan Spock, that had to remove some sort of ace bandage wrapping on his right thigh, not working for him, so quickly removed that. We're going to get the goal kick here.
Spock has put up 5 shots on the year, playing in 10 of the 11 matches. A solid force on this very defensive Bears roster.
Back to Ryan as he pushes it over here on the left flank.
And played up. So far, the style of play has kind of been the ice hockey, kind of dump in and chase it down. As Wash U able to get a turn and able to get a shot.
Oh.
That's Christopher Allwang, the 5th-year player out of St. Louis.
Yeah, that forced Ryan to dive to his left and make that save. They were fortunate there were no runners coming towards the 6 box right there. Ryan was able to get back to his feet and pick it up. Now he's going to roll it out to get it back into play. It's over to Schlingerman.
And throw in front of the CMU bench.
See the spacing here. The 2 center backs really wide apart. The outer back's getting up a little bit. Looks like a 4-4-2 for the Wash Bears.
And right now, a full court press from the Bears as well.
Yeah, the Tartans like to go with the long ball that I've seen in the past there, Nick, and then they, with their back to the defender, they kind of lay it off on some runners. See if that philosophy continues today on what they try to do, building out of the back, not so much on the ground, in the air, play it out, try to get the one-touch layoff. See what the Bears like to do here. They got possession on their offensive half of the field right now.
That was Josh Daniels chased down there, had to retreat. Now on the far side of the field, WashU will pick up a throw.
Higher, Julian.
So far, a game of possession in the opening 5 minutes for sure, though. A flick toward the middle from Daniels.
I think something to be watchful, Nick, is the moisture and how it affects the playing surface and the skipping. You can sometimes get that on this field turf. The balls with the velocity. See if that plays into any decisions on the shots taken. You know, try to skip anything.
Chasing it inside, a little bit of space. Moving it out. Anthony Rolando is there, looking maybe for a cross. He'll float this one along the ground, and the Bears will win the first corner of the match.
Slowly walking over.
Christopher Allwang looking to take it, looking for a ball, I believe. There, he's got one.
Looks like he's a left footer. He's going to in-swing this one. See what the Bears are trying to do here. They got someone at the near post that's marked. Tried to go to him.
Got chopped down by the Tartans, but still with possession. Looking inside. Opportunity for Allwang. Left-footed shot's going to get blocked. Deflected to the far side of the post, and that'll win the Bears another corner.
Over at the far flag, it's going to be Landon Green that's going to take it. He looks to be right-footed. He's going to do an in-swinger here. Oh, well defended there by Schlingeman. Yes.
That was Wertschafer that jumped up into the air looking for his second goal of the season. This one bobbled around dangerously by the Tartans now in their own end. Having to clear it out. Taken aside by Landon Green. But we'll have to watch for that offensive pressure. You can see why with that such a high press there that WashU are able to force 6.4 corners a game, second most in the conference.
Yeah, some of the stats for CMU, they've played 13 games. They scored 31 goals. They're averaging 2.38, so basically 2.4 per match. Shooting percentage is 17.1. They got a goals against of 0.69. For the Bears, real quickly, they are, said all games, 4-6-1. They have goals per game of 1.82, a shot percentage of 12.5. They have allowed 16 goals on the season. So that's comes out at 1.45. So very close, but a differential goals for and against for the Bears at 0.4.
Here's a quick opportunity for Fernandez. He's going to stay on side, but swarmed by the Red Sea as he crept in toward the box.
Really the first opportunity for Fernandez to get a touch and try to make something happen there as he kind of slowed as he got into the box. I thought he was going to let go of a right foot from distance.
Looks like that pass was sent forward by Rabin. May have actually been Billy Bukavalis who nearly had that assist. Rabin not a starter in this one.
Hey, ref. He's in there half.
clock will stop here with 36:10. They'll back this free kick up.
They're going to ask the keeper to change colors because
Oh, wow,
his
yeah.
kit is light gray, which is matching close enough to the white of the tartans. So very quickly, Malala got the replacement kits, more royal blue. And here we get the Spock getting the, I would say retaped, but it's not taped. It's
Yeah, I
got
guess
the
a
ace
wrap.
bandage. Rewrapped would be maybe
Maybe.
the right way to say it. They needed the football tent, right? With that
Exactly,
one, with the
blue
shorts
tent,
down.
Yeah. This ball sent in for Wash U, going to be headed out. And that was Spock getting right to it. Nearly poked in there by Wertschafer. That is becoming a dynamic duo for the Bears here early. From the far side of the field now, looking in, no whistles, as Ryan will pick up the ball.
Well, Nick, when you combine the first match of the doubleheader of the women's game, I'm now approaching 100 minutes on the booth, and I've yet to see a goal.
Your
We're still
goals
waiting
against
for
average is phenomenal.
we're waiting for our first. I'm waiting for the first goal today to be scored. And did a box for the Bears right there.
Yeah, they're trying to help you out. From the left side, it was Anthony Rolando, the freshman out of Baldwin, Missouri.
Some space here on the left flank for the Tartans. Couldn't get it over there. Still got possession.
And this is a CMU squad that likes to counterattack whenever they can. Looking now is Koide, tapped inside. Ukavala's trying to pick it up, now shifted over to the right side of the field. That's Brendan Schoenwetter, number 5 there for CMU, who scored against the Bears last year when they played. It was a 2-1 game down in St. Louis that the Bears claimed victory in. A comeback win at that. Schoenwetter put the Tartans up 1-0 there in the 55th minute. Long shot with a little too much hang time there from Josh Daniels.
Well, Nick, the good news right now is it seems the rain has momentarily stopped.
Yeah. Certainly has. It has, as you mentioned, kind of brought the temperatures down this afternoon.
Yeah, we've been keeping an eye on the radar. I'm going to get a little quick check here.
Of course, it's hard to complain too much about this Western PA fall weather when we've got the colorful scenery around us here in Eastern Pittsburgh.
Yeah, as I said in the first match, just because I want to use the word, I'm going to check out the Doppler radar
There
here.
you go.
It's got the hit and miss, so I wouldn't be surprised if another one comes flying through.
Scattered. Very much like the possession in this game as we see it shift back once more in favor of the Tartans. Still with it. And now, from Koide to Schoenwetter, and that is Brendan Schoenwetter, to clarify between the two brothers.
Under 33 minutes, first half, no score.
Now donning that royal blue goalkeeping jersey.
Yeah, you don't often see the keepers in like different color shorts
Yeah.
and tops, but both of them today are, which is
That's right.
a bit unusual that
Liam
you
Ryan
see.
with the purple and black. And for Wash U, that is Adam Malala. They have split time in net, the Bears have this year, between him and Cal Lahamadou.
That's a fun name to say, Lahamadou. Malala's played 6 games, 1.35 goals against average. He's allowed 3 goals. He's made 4 saves. His record is 1 win. And
As CMU tries to attack, it's going to be offsides before anything occurs. A couple of CMU fans seeing the goal but not the flag. But as you're saying, nearly sneaking it past one of those 3 goalkeepers on the Wash U roster that have seen all significant time this year.
the women's team from Wash U has not conceded a goal all season. That was an incredible stat to see as we were watching that last game. Malala is going to go long with this one, the far side. You can see, Nick, everybody's on that half of the field if you would split it down the middle.
Yeah, very top-heavy toward the left from Wash U's perspective. Now they crawl back over to the right side of the field. That's where Nathan Spock was, and is forced out of bounds on the pass attempt, I should say, to Christopher Allwing.
Yeah, Allwing tried to make a good turn, and it was a decent turn. He was just too close to the side there and went over the line.
Bit of a dangerous header there, maybe from Diedrich Slingeman. Bounced off the back of his head toward the goalkeeper. CMU's defense there to bail him out. Now, these are two teams not just looking to crawl back in the table in the UAA standings, but also two teams that are both coming in on 2-game losing streaks. Wash U dropping the last 2 to Brandeis, hosting them, and then traveling to NYU last week, falling 3-1. Whereas CMU has dropped the last 2, a 1-0 contest to non-conference York, and traveling to number 3 Emory University down in Atlanta, dropping that one 2-1. Emory, the number 3 team in the nation, though. That's an impressive 2-1 loss there.
Yeah, it goes to show even teams at the distance in the table are still competitive, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Only a 2-1 loss shows that you're close.
That's why you often see, once we get to the national stage of postseason play here in Division III soccer, that you might see a couple of UAA teams with losing records in conference trickle into that 64-team bracket as well. CMU looking to make it back to that tournament in back-to-back years. They fell in the first round to Calvin last year in a 5-0 loss.
I was here for that one, doing that game.
Free kick here for Wash U as time won't stop yet. And they will keep that clock ticking.
Turn right.
Reese Nicholson, senior out of Trophy Club, Texas. There's a town name for you.
That is a great town name.
There's got to be some high school football there or something in Texas.
Trophy Town. You know, later on I'm going to have to put that into the search engine on a map, right? Just to see where that one is.
There's got to be some monuments or something there, right?
Trophy Town.
Well, nearly halfway through this first half. No shots on goal conceded by either defense. A hard-fought game through the scattered showers. Dropping back is Henry Hawthorne.
A little clue about Trophy Club, Westlake Academy. I believe Westlake is near Austin.
Okay.
There's been some famous quarterbacks from that place. Oh, nice move inside there, trying to curl it.
Taking a peek. That was Julian Koide.
He and Fernandez just not able to connect. I think he was expecting Fernandez to make a run. Fernandez was kind of holding the line not to be offsides, just couldn't link up on that final pass. Let's get a little pressure here down in the corner.
Contested header, sent back toward Ryan.
Oh, well defended right there.
He has a good shield.
Yeah, Campine was able to shield it, attacking forward and allow it to roll to Ryan. Communication, you need that in those situations.
And now, as a result, they're able to slow the pace of play down to what they want. Trying to send it back up through the midfield, but that's where there's been the traffic jam for both sides so far in this one. There's Brendan Schoenwetter. Enters this game on 1 goal and 1 assist on the year. One touch off the hop. As this may be called a handball. That'll go in favor of WashU. Might have been off of Fernandez.
The official getting in on the action, kicking it across.
I think they're kicking that ball out of play.
Needs to be pumped up a little.
Something like that. Did not pass the water test. That free kick squandered, out of bounds, up by the flag stand. And well, the 3 WashU subs thought they were able to come in, but
no subs allowed.
nope, wrong possession.
Wertschafer was coming over this way, and they waved him back. The coach told him, you got to go back. You can't come right now. Head coach Joe Clark in his 27th season at WashU.
Here's Koide. Again, looking for space, but really all by himself. Now he's got some assistance there from Henry Hawthorne, who makes the charge up.
Good
takes
cross.
the crossover. The heading dive toward the net from Fernandez is just wide, left and high.
That was a good cross. One of the better opportunities so far, Nick, for CMU. Down the left flank, good service into the box. Fernandez did well to kind of settle, get his feet under himself, and head that one. Just was not able to get it on frame as it goes over and out for a goal kick as we are down at 23.5 remaining here in the first half. As the keeper needs a little assistance with the shoe, we're going to stop the clock.
Plethora of substitutions there. WashU brings on Robbie Hadari, Zach Zusi, and Owen Culver as the Tartans will lend Juanda Otero, freshman out of Florida, onto the pitch.
Pretty much a line change.
Pretty much. And another coming on for the Bears. That's Carter Sasser, freshman out of Houston. Immediately getting a touch to the ball as this one bobbled into some open space. And now hard charging is Otero. This is where you see Jake Slackman come into play, who is sitting today out on a red card from Emory. A forward who otherwise has 5 points on the year with 2 goals and 1 assist. That's a big part of their attack, unavailable for the day. But Otero, who has given the Tartans 1 assist on the year, looking to make some noise up front as well. That ball broken up by Dominic Horweiler. Dropped all the way back, missed pass, opportunity to intercept. That's Hadari, who pokes it through and just swallowed up by that Tartan defense.
Yeah, the press of the Bears created the turnover after Schlingman had laid it off, and then he was able to recover, go running back towards his own box there to kind of nullify that attack by the Bears. So good defensive soccer here.
2-on-1 in favor of Wash U, chasing this one down as Otero tries to beat him out in the drag race, unable to do so.
Higher ball, higher ball.
Recent graduate of the American Heritage School. Free real estate right above the box. Whistles will blow. This is going to be in favor of CMU. That was Brendan Schoenwetter drawing the opportunity and the foul.
Didn't see much there, but it's going to result in a good opportunity for the Tartans on the free kick.
You could hear a little click-clacking of the shin guards and the cleats, but yeah, nothing, no one hitting the deck or anything like that. Regardless, this
25
is,
out.
Yeah. A really strong opportunity as Wash U will build a 5-person wall.
Here's Ball, he's on it. Leading score for the Tartans as they move the Bears move the line forward.
Looking for goal number 10 on the year. This one arcing just over the crossbar, and Baugh denied with 20 minutes remaining in the first half.
Well struck. He was able to dip it a little, just not dip it as much as he needed it to get in the net.
Another former goal scorer this year, subbing in for CMU, and Justin Fung. Freshman out of Los Altos, California. This one popped into the middle, off a couple of headers, and officials will call a push against Fernandez. Second on this team in shots with 17 on the year. Actually tied for second with Ethan Vertal. They both have 17. And just working around the box are the Bears. Kevin, Wash U had a couple of opportunities, especially in the first 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of play, but nothing doing as of recent for them.
Join up, get under.
Yeah, the Tartans have had the better of possession. A couple opportunities down to our left. Here's the Bears forcing a turnover on the press.
Yeah, it's not the first time they've been able to do that one either, as this one's flicked in. One touch with the left foot. That is Josh Daniels, who flicks that one over the bar. Peter Radovich coming on for Wash U. Looking like he might be playing back defensively, listed as a midfielder, but maybe on the wing as well.
I think the foul just went on Daniels. He's pleading his case with the official as play resumes.
Now CMU's defense able to take it past the midway point. Down and off the ball, Bears take over. Looking up from the pass from Culver. Inside, back to Culver. Taking the shot along the baseline. Opportunities still abounding for the Bears. CMU looking for the offsides. They're going to get
one's
the goal
over the
kick
line.
instead, I believe. Yep.
They did well to lay that out in front of Sussy right there. And Zach Sussy, the 5'8" forward sophomore from Shakopee, Minnesota, was the one that was able to get it in towards Culver. And then they were trying to make something happen in the box until it went over the line there. So Tartan's back on the ball again here in the midfield.
Trying to force the counterattack as
Ooh.
that looked really promising on the pass from Josh Baugh. It was headed away. Now Washington will look to do the same. Up the right side to Sasser. Working with Radovich. Touch from Hadari as well. Now Radovich deking left. Cutting back in along the baseline. CMU's going to win that back. Strong defense through and through for these Tartans. Fernandez can get this up to Baugh. Looks across to him. Now Baugh dribbling in methodically. Dropping it back. Brendan Schoenwetter. And CMU's defense midfield kind of resetting here. Fernandez dropping really far back.
Giveaway. Good read there defensively by John Daniels.
But a lucky touch back the other way. And the shot coming from Fernandez. That'll be over the bar once more.
That one well over the bar, Nick. He was
Yes.
leaning back on that attempt. Did not get over the ball too well where he could keep it low.
And he'll be subbed out right after for William Rabin. The senior out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. This one popped up by Malala. To the right side, incredible heading on the sideline. Especially by the likes of Dominic Horweiler just desperately trying to claw that one into play for CMU. He's able to do it for a moment, but now the Tartans have to retreat. On the look here from Culver, it's deflected, shot taken. Again, just past the mark. That one coming from Sussy.
Under 14 here first half. Quick restart by Tartans. A couple good connections in the air, but not able to do it once more.
Hey, Juan, anticipate those slip headers. Anticipate those.
Strong header from Rabin. As WashU was able to clear it.
Off Wanda. Ref.
Good switch out to the right flank.
Backing up for it is Fung, who dropped this one into the 6, where Malala will secure it. Lots of pressure and lots of attack, but the box score is not going to show a whole lot of offense in this one.
No, we have so far 5 shots for the Bears, 4 for the Tartans, 1 on cage for the Bears, none on cage for the Tartans, and that's what the stats say right now with just under 13 remaining.
Yeah, still looking for that first shot on net, either side. At this point, you got to think with the looks that we've seen that first shot on goal might be our first goal as well. This one popped into the middle by Quentin Gomez, but nobody on the other end of it.
Ryan looked for the quick distribution. He saw Baugh, but Daniels kind of got in that lane and He didn't want to throw it in the air, so he's going to put it down for the restart.
Strong kick to resume play. Dueled for at the midfield, as much of this game has been. Decent look up to Josh Daniels. He was caught out of position.
Hey, Juan, look for the early ball from Liam. When he catches it, look for the early ball from Liam. Come join us, Wanda. Come join us. Come join us.
As we get a little sun peeking out here at Carnegie Mellon University.
Talk about unexpected.
Yeah, how about that?
Schlingerman switches it from left to right. Try to stretch out the defense of the Bears, see if they can get anything in the midfield here on the counter. A little combination play right there with Schoenwetter.
Come on, Wanda. Come on, Wanda. Read it, Wanda.
Some good small area game passing there, Nick, but just that last one was not able to connect. It's going to be a throw on the near side here for the Bears. We got the change. John Daniels goes off.
Well, as we soak up this sun here, I just wanted to point out that nobody in St. Louis is envious of us. 71 and partly cloudy down there. We welcome you all for joining us there from Missouri and anywhere in between.
Approaching 10 remaining here first half. Tartan's on the ball right here in the midfield, looking good pressure.
Stolen just for a moment.
Hipskine.
Bring it down, turn.
Hipskine recently subbed into this game for the Bears. Really a leading attacker for Wash U this year.
Get tight,
He has 9 points off of 3 goals and 3 assists. Leading the team in assists, second in goals. Top of the team in points, tied with Zach Sussy, who has 4 goals and 1 assist.
Stay in front of him, boss. Stay in front of him. In front of him, boss.
Despite that, Hipskind, not a starter this afternoon, just now coming on for the last 10 minutes or so of the opening frame of action. Might be the spark they need, though. As the Bears continue to look upstream. Tapped in by Culver. And a really good clearance.
Campine, I think, was there to sweep that one away.
The junior defender out of Nashville. Wash U got those back-to-back corners to kickstart this game. Haven't been to the flag stand since. So here's a swinging look from Landon Green. Going far past the far post. Hoping that Hipskind was able to poke it back into play.
Yeah, that time instead of going in the air, trying to connect right in front of the cage, they went past it to Hipskind and tried to get the second ball into the mix, see if they could make something happen.
Almost wonder if they don't want to play the short corner next time. There's just been nothing in the box for the Bears in their 3 attempts today. CMU still looking for their first corner.
Other side, other side, other side, other side, other side.
A CMU team ranked 6th out of 8 in the UAA with under 5 corners per game, about 4 3/4. This one snuck its way past Culver. CMU will pounce on it. Retreating all the way back to Malala. WashU had some defensive help there from Reese Nicholson as well.
Man on DD. Connect it. Can we go other side?
Oh, nice play by Ball to get some space. Over the top.
And staying on sides as well, but no dice on the other end.
He hit Fung in the back of the head as Fung made his run between the defenders. You don't often see that.
No, just a step in front. Kind of like a wide receiver route he was running up there.
He didn't look back. He's hoping to get it in front of him when it fell, and it hit him right in the noggin.
Would not have been able to draw the pass interference. As we stand just about 50 feet in front of the CMU football field behind us. A team with just one loss this year, still getting national votes.
Yeah, they're out there practicing right now.
Oh, look at that.
Earlier it was raining pretty hard, and I think it was the cross-country team was out there without a shirt. None of them were wearing shirts. They're running in the rain.
CMU is going to make some last-moment subs here in the first half. Game still deadlocked at 0-0. Out on the far side, this one is swung in by Sussy. Looking maybe for that second attempt as well. Regains it, sends it up to Culver. Flirting right with the corner of the 18. And now taking a shot inside, cleared out. That high court press still prevalent here from the Bears as CMU tries to crack the code on this one and escape their own end. Here they are in the counterattack now.
Oh, nice ball right there to Ball.
Ball juking it out to the left, trying to find the shot, and cleared out by Reese Nicholson.
Yeah, good recovery there by Nicholson. Looked like Ball was going to have something working. Excellent pass in the midfield. The ball on the left flank. We've seen him in the past cut in on his preferred right foot. This time he stayed to the outside, looking to get the left-footed shot or cross. Was not able to get any, so it's going to be a throw for the Tartans here down the near side.
It's Chris Lee and Jack Cavan coming in for the Tartans. There's Carl Vestberg coming in for
just missed
WashU.
Ball.
Just skipping over the heads of everybody in the box. Thrown back in, and WashU able to take their time on the far post. Tartans regain possession. Here's Lee. Looking to the right side, where Ball has repositioned himself.
Inside, Henry, inside.
And with 3.5 minutes on the clock, I was about to say WashU looking for a counterattack, but it falls back in favor of the Tartans.
Come on, Brendan. Come on, Brendan.
Ball may have been tripped up. Indeed he was. So with 3 minutes on the clock, this one coming from a solid 50 yards here.
Ball, he's about 12, 13 yards past midfield. A lot of chatter out here, Nick.
Yeah, trying to figure out how to position themselves. They saw how it hasn't worked on the WashU corners. This one flicked back in maybe by Schoenwetter, who got his foot up. The flag will go up on the far sideline, though. Looks like it was Slingerman who was caught off sides. It's a CMU team that is caught off sides 1.9 times per game. It's been, I believe that's 3 now already in this first half.
3. Offsides? Yep.
Not an average you're looking to bolster, especially in a game where opportunities have been few and far between on both sides of the coin. As the first half leaves $1:40 on the clock. Quick opportunity. Wash U sending it up, but far past everybody.
There are either a lot of players unhappy with the official, or they're very unhappy with some of their teammates.
So the halftime discussions will be fun on both sides of the field. And it's two teams that are, I think, just really hoping to get to the half here, still deadlocked at 0 apiece. You don't want to concede a goal here, especially with how this game has played out. That could for sure be a game changer. Malala comes just up to the top of the box to clear this one out to the left side. CMU will take their time, not in too much hurry here with under 40 seconds on the clock. Ping-ponged back and forth across the midfield. Unlucky deflection there from CMU. They'll keep it, though. This is Henry Hawthorne.
What a nice
ditch
ball.
effort. Oh, but the flag's going to go up.
What an impressive piece of skill with his head up and a little outside boot.
And with that last ditch opportunity that falls just shy, the score remains at 0 apiece. Here on the Carnegie Mellon Athletics website, we'll be back for half number 2. And we welcome you back to the campus of Carnegie Mellon University, where before we jump back into some men's soccer action between CMU and Wash U, Carnegie Mellon Athletics would like to thank its corporate partners, BSN Sports, DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel and Suites Pittsburgh downtown, Moe's Southwest Grill, Panera Bread, Penn Station, and Pizza Parma. Penn Station is a proud partner of Carnegie Mellon Athletics. Enjoy any of their delicious made-to-order subs. All it takes is one bite and you'll understand why at Penn Station it's all about good taste. Make sure to stop by the Shady Side location at 4815 Center Ave. Check out the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel and Suites Pittsburgh downtown for your next conference or hotel stay in Pittsburgh. The DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel and Suites Pittsburgh downtown is a proud corporate partner of CMU Athletics. Carnegie Mellon Athletics would also like to thank Moe's Southwest Grill for being a proud corporate partner. Make sure you visit one of Moe's 7 Pittsburgh locations to pick up a burrito from the official provider of Carnegie Mellon Athletics. Pizza Parma is the official pizza provider of Carnegie Mellon Athletics and is a favorite for the Tartans, using only quality Italian cheeses, locally grown vegetables, and fresh meats with no preservatives. Pizza Parma is made to order fresh just for you. Visit their Shadyside location or order online to enjoy a Pittsburgh original. Panera Bread is an official partner of CMU Athletics and has been named healthiest fast food restaurant by Health Magazine. Choose Panera Bread for all your catering needs. Tailgating for the game, family gatherings, office meetings, no group is too small or too large. Panera Bread catering for all occasions. Catering.panerabread.com. BSN Sports serves as the official apparel and equipment provider to Tartan Athletics while outfitting Carnegie Mellon Athletics and coaches in premier Nike product selection. You can also connect with all of CMU's teams online. Visit our website at athletics.cmu.edu, like us on Facebook at Carnegie Mellon Athletics, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Tartan Athletics. Well, a couple minutes left here at halftime. The score, 0-0, similar to how the women's game played out. A few less shots on the board right now, just one shot on goal in favor of Wash U. But Kevin, as we rejoin here from the campus of Carnegie Mellon for half number 2, what do you think these teams can do? Making adjustments at the half to try to break through onto the board.
Well, first, let me run down some halftime stats. Shots taken, the Bears lead the Tartans 5-4. On cage, or on frame, it's 1-0 in favor of the Bears. Saves, 1 for the Tartans. Corners, 3-0 advantage for the Bears. 3 offsides, none for the Tartans, none for the Bears. Fouls, 6 for the Tartans, 5 for the Bears. No cards. What can they do to score? I'm not exactly sure here, Nick, but somebody's got to find I like the phrase you used in the first half when you said crack the code, right? And that's what it made me really think of when you said that. It's kind of like solving a puzzle right now, the defense. A lot of play in the midfield. A lot of good defending. It's just going to take that one individual play to make a difference and break free and set up a teammate, if not being able to finish on your own. But we just haven't seen a lot of it on either side so far. As we talked about the numbers, I mean, CMU averages 2.4, just over 2 goals a game, and Wash U is at 1.5, and I don't know, we haven't seen a lot of threatening opportunities here in this first half. We'll see what they discussed at halftime, and if they made any changes or alterations, to see what they can do here in the second half to find the old onion bag.
Yeah, and you'd never guess that these teams, Wash U, have allowed 5 goals in the past 2 games, and CMU have allowed 4 of their 6 goals in the last 4 games. It has been a defensive stronghold thus far from Carnegie Mellon Athletics. The score 0-0. We'll turn the pitch on its side. CMU will fight left to right on your screen, and Wash U right to left. The Tartans get us kicked back off. If you're just joining us, Nick Schmeg, Kevin Zilmansky here for you on the CMU Athletics website. As CMU dishes this one upfield and straight to Malala.
I think one of the things can help both sides is better combination play.
For sure. We've seen good defense, maybe even some good attack, you could say. Just it's been that, speaking the common language in between there, it's been the breakdown for both sides. as Wash U gets a little bit of a run, courtesy of Josh Daniels. Able to play that to the side.
It's back. The rain's back.
It is indeed. Let up there for a bit. As this ball flicked toward the midfield, or flicked toward the middle of the box, I should say, and clipped on the other end of it.
Wirtschafter was in the box. He got the right foot out. He just kind of made a mess of it over the frame there. Didn't get what he wanted on that one, and it went well over. But it was a good pass made coming in from the right side. So getting on the front foot and attacking, Nick. Making some stuff happen in the box. Try to create that opportunity. Maybe you get to the spot.
That's a good point. Both of these teams have been able to convert penalty kicks this season.
That's a good ball right there.
It's taken up to Alejandro Fernandez. He'll backtrack this one out of the box for a moment. Play along the edge with ball as that rain comes down harder and harder here in Pittsburgh. Trying to get it at the edge. Both that thin carpet turf and that ball getting a little slicker. This ball popped into the middle where Ball waits. Got a step too far ahead of him, perhaps.
That was a good pass in the ball right there in the box. Just a little bit too heavy of a first touch for him. Got away from him, or maybe he would have been able to start attacking that near post and make some decision. The defenders and keepers make a decision.
There's a strong clearance from Quentin Gomez, the freshman out of Las Vegas. Back up the left side, a strong, fast run coming from Allwing. He's shut down.
He was really moving.
Maybe even too fast for his own good there, as Ball was able to take a step in front of him. You see it often at the beginning of different halves and periods in you say soccer, but really on all sports, but the pace has certainly picked up a couple of ticks here.
Well, you turn up the dial on the urgency, and you see a little more. Don't know why that is, but it's a fair point. You do see that often. You would think maybe at the beginning of the game where everyone's fresher.
Ball in the box, but neither team really able to retain a great ton of possession, at least definitive possession, that is. It's been the swan song of the entire game so far. It was Landon Green trying to get a little bit of a run going there for the Bears on this near side. A midfielder. He's been playing in the back. He's been playing up front. He's been putting a lot of steps on. Another good clearance from CMU. This one coming from Dominic Horweiler, freshman out of Portland, Oregon.
See, one of the things I think, Nick, when you watch in this area, right, these fields are not made of grass, turf, and I think you get the more hops, which makes it harder to control, constantly volleying. I think that impacts the offensive flow of a lot of teams when you're playing. But this part of the country, this is what you need.
Exactly. Big boot up from Gomez.
Oh, the back heel, little scorpion kick.
And likewise for CMU back the other way. Here's Ball with some room inside. He's got some help to the edge if he'd like it. He looks for it. That shot comes and it's
well
turned
defended
aside.
there by Nicholson. I like what Ball did right there, Nick. He went right down the middle of the pitch. He forced the center backs to hold their position and not give him the straight line to the frame, and then he laid it off on the left.
So CMU's first corner of the game coming in the 51st minute.
It's going to be Baud on it. Right foot.
He has 5 assists thus far on the year. Trying to get the header to it. Bicycle kick coming in. Going to be wide right.
Is that Schoenwetter?
I believe you're right.
Schoenwetter with the flashy attempt there. Nice.
Him and Bukovalis both in the middle there, lurking. And so CMU's first corner of the game results in a Wash U possession, as have all 3 of the Bears' corners from the first half.
Oh, that can't feel good.
No, straight to the face. That'll stop play.
Trevor Perez.
Yep.
That's just bad luck. Clock stops. 38:26 on the clock.
CMU's going to take this moment to try to huddle up here. Same for Wash U.
It's one of those, given the location and the weather, like if it doesn't make your nose bleed, gets you in a way that just makes your eyes completely water.
Exactly. It just kind of stuns you for the time being as well.
Right.
But getting up under his own power is Perez, the 5'9" senior out of Portola Valley, California, to a round of applause here at Carnegie Mellon. I think he'll have to come off momentarily anyway, which is precautionary.
I'm willing to bet that Portola Valley has better weather than us today, too.
I would also be willing to bet that. If St. Louis has significantly better weather, I would imagine
Portola Valley, California does, wherever that is. Now I gotta hit the maps for Portola Valley and Trophy City.
Trophy Club, that's right. Play resuming. All right, Portola Valley only 73 right now. That's pretty similar to St. Louis.
Yeah, very similar. We've become obsessed with the weather. But it's because there's no scoring.
That's right.
A good layoff right there then. Well defended by the Bears. Landon Green. Oh, nice back heel.
Nice pair of back heels as that one got chipped over to Schoenwetter. He'll lob it across the turf. The far side, Wash U trying to get away with it, playing it from the ground and rolling over it to retain possession. I believe that was Culver. Back on top of it is CMU. As Nathan Spock will run into the back of the Tartan attacker to draw the foul. Just about 8 minutes into action here in the second half.
That was Hoare-Weiler that I think did well to draw that foul. Schlingerman restarts us here. It's going to be a throw. Is it going to be for the Tartans or the Bears? Looks like it's going to be Tartans.
Yeah, that's a good spot as well to try to make something happen right outside of the box. Billy Bukovalis out of Oakwood, Ohio will take this one. A strong throw into the box. Oh, and going up for the kick is Diedrich Slingerman, but he ran in to the side of Christopher Allwing in the process. A valiant effort.
There's a skip right there. You see that one?
Exactly, yep.
He stepped on it. I was worried about the ankle there of Allwang.
Yeah, you got to be careful on this surface with these conditions. There's the turf monster again. Actually, that's going to be a booking, it looks like.
We stopped the clock with 35:58 on. It's going to be a conversation with the official for Dominic Hoare-Weiler.
Yeah, no card on that one.
No card, just a strong admonishment.
Yep. A stern warning.
Stern warning maybe is a better way of saying it. Thank you.
No reprimand reflected in the stat book.
It's going to be Liam Oinknine on there. Or Wokenin, sorry, excuse me, Wokenin.
Popped forward. Wash U fighting inside. They've just been completely bubbled outside of this box. As they'll bring back on Zach Sussey, who played the majority of the first half, had a couple of decent opportunities, both scoring and assisting, to no avail, as he will relieve Anthony Rolando, one of the several freshmen on this Wash U roster. Ball with some open space. Looking to share the wealth with his teammate, Schoenwetter. But he gets that ball stripped. Playing it out is Ryan. Able to beat down Ethan Wershafer. Back to the middle, settled. Must have been a handball. Against Quentin Gomez, who tried to run up for that one.
Get the restart here with 34-18 on the clock. No score here, second half.
Back up top, straight to a Bears defender. Taken away by Schoenwetter. Fernandez just getting swarmed. 3 different players triangulating around him. This one shoved across. CMU will sneak in the substitution. Jake Cavan, junior out of Greenwich, Connecticut. And he's going to be relieving Josh Ball at that. A frustrating day up front for Josh Ball, I would imagine.
Yeah, the goal scorers, when they're not able to get it on the score sheet, they're always frustrated and pressing. That's what makes them good goal scorers, really, the desire and the want to do it.
And once you've got 9 under your belt, you're looking to add to that tally.
Cavan right into the action, got the touch there in that first play.
Fresh legs. It's one thing we see a lot in the UAA is just the really deep benches, talented rosters through and through, second and third strings. We're seeing that reflected today in the multitude of substitutions as Wash U brings Robbie Hidari and Carl Vestberg back onto the pitch.
Makes it a good conference. And I mean, you think about it, if you're a talented player, whatever sport, you're not going to get the maybe the D1 scholarship you hope for. You get a conference that has very competitive, great academics. It's a good combination to spend your college.
Yep, some phenomenal institutions reflected in the UAA, both on and off the field, in and outside of the classroom.
And we see from the rosters that they're able to recruit nationally.
Exactly, right.
But you can recruit nationally, but maybe there's a certain type of student athlete that you can get admitted to these schools. That also kind of narrows or sharpens your focus when you're recruiting.
Throw in coming, and coming too quickly for CMU to grab another substitution. Now William Rabin will hop on. That'll be in favor of Billy Bukavalis, midfielder who had a strong showing on the last couple of runs into the box. Kevin, it looks to me like CMU's taken off quite a few of their top goal scorers, but with 30 minutes left, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a whole lot of them later in the game, rejuvenated perhaps as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. They're going to pull them for a rest period, get them refreshed, and then come out and try to make that push maybe in the final 20 is be a good guess. Maybe between 20 and 25 minutes. The only thing is you see all the players not in the game. They're all standing.
Yep.
If you're coming out, you might want to sit to get off your legs a little bit.
It'd be even better for them to rejoin if they had a 1-0 lead, as this ball is sent in for the Tartans.
That's a long one.
Yeah, too far. That free kick coming from
strong.
Julian Koide on the far side. With about a half hour remaining here from Carnegie Mellon. Might just go a couple of double headers here with no goals scored from 4 different teams.
Yep. Might be pushing 180 minutes for me with no goals.
Hope that doesn't happen to you at high school football tonight either. That would be really sad.
That would be unusual, but you never know.
You got the weather, the little equalizer there.
Quickly on the move after this one for that.
I know James Madison and Marshall last night were 3-2 after the third quarter. So
Oh, yeah?
3-2.
I thought if you would have told me that one, you were talking about like the baseball LCS.
Yeah, right? Perhaps the heaviest we've seen this rain all day in the men's game. Coming down.
Thinking the same thing. We're on the same wavelength. It is the hardest. It's been raining. We can hear it above us.
Yep. Which for some players will kind of light that fire underneath your feet. We know for the cross-country team it must have.
That was insane.
Maybe the football team's still practicing back out there. This ball sent into the box. Culver there to recover. On the second crack at it.
Well defended there by the Tartans. Still in the box.
And this shot, just wide.
Daniels.
That is Daniels from the ground. Couldn't believe it, had his hands on his head. And all of a sudden, those clouds break open. You've got some opportunities breaking open as well on the pitch. Wash U trying to keep that pressure. Keeping the gas pedal pressed all the way down. Trying to bend this around. Strong block. Whether it was intentional or not. Cross coming. Headed out by a Tartan. With a great look from Carl Vestberg for the Bears.
Put it down, put it down, put it down.
The Bears
good
have
con
found
too
some
right
life.
there.
Absolutely.
And there's Bob about to check in. He got about a 5-minute break, Nick, and we were speculating on how long. It's a little shorter than we thought it would be, but it's still a little bit of a break as this one bounces into midfield once again.
A little basketball type of substitution there. Sit your top point guard out after a little bit.
Right before the commercial break.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a little extra steal, a few minutes.
CMU,
from distance.
Oh. That was Julian Koide from right outside the box. Getting the shot, and that one as close as CMU's been all day to the crossbar. Ball will come in for him.
As we await the restart here.
Well, clock's going to stop with 26:34.
From Malala.
And it sounds like maybe a delay of game warning presented to Malala.
Well, I think he might have earned that one. We were just kind of sitting there waiting for it to restart.
Oh, some free real estate for Hadari, who shifts this one off the scoreboard.
Hey, now, that's an expensive piece of equipment over there.
He did take that shot like a champ, though. I mean,
with conviction.
Yeah.
"26 minutes remaining, second half.
Liam Ryan, seeing how long he can take for a goal kick. He's trying to test those. He's trying to test that stopwatch.
Oh, good layoff right there.
It
Well marked.
Sounded like at halftime that delay of game conversation with both benches was a bit of a conversation with the officials.
Oh, there's a little chicken wing. But the foul before that. And we're going to get the warning for the step over.
Yep.
Saying don't do that again.
As the temperature cools down, it's heating up on the field. Down into the last 25 minutes of play. This free kick going to be sent in by Landon Green. Played short. That's Eugene Heegert.
Oh, well, step on the ball.
Pop it back in, right into the wheelhouse for Liam Ryan.
He had the ball on the string there for a moment, and Liam walked in.
So a solid look. Just the second shot on goal of the game. Both have gone to the Bears. They were looking like they were just about to have a third. Culver was unable to turn. Just too much pressure at the back door. Tartan's getting ready for some more substitutions. Strong deflection, they'll win a throw. As Wanda Otero and Justin Fung will jump back into the pool. Down goes a Wash U Bear. It's kind of awkwardly slid along the turf. As Landon Green, as this ball floats back into the box, strong collision. But after the ball had already gone out for a goal kick.
Brendan, Dom, let's get a hold of it. Come on, come on.
Should the result hold, Wash U would go to 0-3-1 in conference. It would be their first point in the table. All eight teams in the UAA would have points on the day, while CMU would continue their streak of draws in conference. It would be their third, and they'd go 0-1-3. For two teams, 7th and 8th in the conference, a draw. I'm not sure if either team is going to be overly satisfied with that one today. Whereas if you're the women's team for either of these institutions, the 2 and 3 teams in the country, this coaches seems pretty satisfied after that game.
Yeah, that was a really well-played game.
Both coaches smiling, shaking hands at midfield afterwards, team players having fun. As Wash U, the women's and men's squads will hop on over to Cleveland on Sunday. They'll face off with Case Western Reserve. Make the most of this trip up north.
That was Green, Landon Green kind of undercutting a little into the Tartan player as we get the restart down towards the 18-yard box. Got a little more wind now, Nick, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can feel it.
And it's you can see the rain as well. It's a tailwind right to left on the screen, so not sure if that helps or hurts the attacking team with it, but I want to watch that on a long set piece. That game Sunday for Wash U, their last away game of the season, as they try to creep back toward the box here. Taking a peek inside, nothing doing still. Clearance will remain in the box, though. And CMU desperately trying to clear this one out. The okey doke, and the ball sent in from Hadari. Wash U lurking once again, taking a peek.
Oh,
a
redirect.
deflection from Sussy. It draws the corner on the way.
Yeah, you could hear the deflection, right? You could hear the boot on the ball and then the contacting the foot of the defender on the way in. That's why it's going to be a corner for the Bears with 20 and a half remaining here in the second half.
Might end up being an unlucky ricochet if you're CMU. They've got to stand strong here with 20 and a half on the clock.
Landon Green on the service from the corner.
Header is up. Oh, Culver off the back of the head and just to the right of the goal post.
Yeah, that header may not have been textbook form, but he did get
Yeah.
a piece of it and send it near that near post that almost snuck in there for our first goal of the match and of the day here. As we are at 20 minutes remaining in the second half.
Yeah, you can tell this mindset. He's to the point in the game where you kind of got to stop looking for that perfect shot. You just kind of got to throw on what you've got. Oh, and strong collision up in the air. Hefty collision, I should say.
Schlingerman threw his body into the air. Nothing intentional with Chafter, excuse me, but he ended up on the ground. And now we'll get the restart here for the Tartans. Oh, nice flick forward.
But nobody home on the other end. This ball, desperation header, coming all the way out of the box is Malala, or staying just tucked inside the box is Malala for that one. 19 minutes left. Now a run for CMU. Back the wrong way, trying to keep the pressure on. And that they do as ball.
Oh, nice ball played out.
Moves it across. But then once these teams get inside, whether it's through the middle third of the field or it's
the final third, they're struggling. Just that, whatever that last play needs to be in the final third, Nick, is just not happening for either side right now.
Exactly. It's just that strong red zone defense. Both sides.
A lot of space here. Good call by
Looking
Schoenwetter.
Schoenwetter, trying to deke past the defender, able to do so for a moment. Ball just bouncing the wrong way, took the wrong spin off of the Bears defender. Does it again, this time for Schoenwetter as the flag goes up off the foul. And now, once again, a set piece looking from the right side of the box.
Schoenwetter came over and, I'm sorry, not Schoenwetter. Yeah, it was. Zach Schoenwetter asked Coach Bowman to be replaced. Something was bothering him. It looks to be his left calf area that he's holding.
He's taking a beating out there.
So they got a sub in for him as he took a knee and got the clock stop with 17:32 on the clock.
There's Josh Ball.
A low one. I got all the way through.
Don't think it was intentional to play it along the ground, but it almost fooled the Wash U defense.
I think that's why I liked it, because it was
Yeah.
unexpected, it was unpredictable, and it got it in the mix.
They kind of had to play it like an onside kick.
Well, we talked earlier about the skipping it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you need to do that on this surface with this wet ball, wet turf. Just you got so many high bounces. Get the volleys and start pounding them in and getting the skips.
Both teams just looking distraught right now with under 17 minutes to play. Wash U trying to find something here as they regain possession. Not for long. The CMU's defense will turn them aside. That ball straddling the sideline. It's going to stay in. They take this all the back to Malala in the box. Now Wash U is going to slow it down. Nearly a missed touch there. Far side run. Coming in.
Have we seen Perez for the Bears since he went out for that one hitting him in the face? I don't see him out there
That's a
right
good point. Very good point. May just be sitting out precautionarily as well. But at the same time, both of these teams, we've seen how much talent they have on the roster.
Kind of invokes the phrase that's become all more familiar to all of us that watch sports on TV, the concussion protocol.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Alejandro Fernandez back in action. Subbing Honda Otero out, who had a strong showing today in his appearance. Making a cameo, trying to help fill the void of Jake Slackman. Free kick given for Wash U. Can't quite tell who it is on the ground just yet. Looks like it's going to be Wirtschafter. And looks to be in a bit of discomfort as the clock will stop with 15 minutes and 1 second.
A set piece opportunity.
Yeah, we saw Josh Ball in the first half from about this exact same spot. Try to dip over a 5-man wall. Looks like CMU only going to look for maybe 4 men on the wall. So they'll put an extra head in the box in case it needs to be cleared. Eugene Heger misstepping. This ball sent in and into the back of the net it goes. Off of Owen Culver, the senior out of St. Louis.
Well taken left footer right there, Nick. First it was Eugene Heger that kind of faked it, and Culver stepped into it with the left foot inside that near post there with a well-struck set piece. Gives the Bears a 1-0 lead, 1-0 lead with 14:59 remaining.
Culver's third goal of the season in conjunction with his 2 assists. 15 minutes to go. We've got a mark on the board. It's in favor of the Bears as the Tartans will now hurry this one up.
The Bears looking to get their first points in conference all season. 0-3 right now.
And it would be significantly better for them to come away with 3 than just 1. Trying to hand CMU their second conference loss in a row after falling 2-1 to number 3 in the nation, Emory, on the road down in Atlanta. And potentially here as the score remains 1-0. That ball was sent in by Justin Fung, quickly cleared out. She was looking for some kind of call, but they'll retain possession regardless. This ball sent in across the face of the net. Where Christopher Allwang waits by the corner, does the same. Back in front of the goal. This time cleared out by a Tartan. Shoveled in and niftily scooped up there by Ryan.
Yeah, he looked for the quick distribution right there. Did not see anything he liked, so he still has it. And he's just going to punt it up right at midfield where the Bears send it back towards the Tartans' goal. Now it's up in the air again.
WashU not letting off the pressure one bit. CMU trying to ramp it up as much as they can. Cranking that dial up. That sense of urgency really amounting here on the turf. Another look. Not much left in the tank there for Wirtschafter, it looks like. He wasn't able to win that foot race out. WashU's head coach Joe Clark out there. Not content with one.
Coach Clark with a career record of 473, 207, and 84, 67.4 winning percentage, 4 UAA titles, 22 NCAA appearances. Previously at St. Louis, so his record at WashU is 268, 133, and 54.
Incredible, yeah. Potentially a couple seasons away from 500 wins in his career. 27th year, as you mentioned, with WashU. Yeah, this would be combining this year's wins, win number 275 on the year, if he can hold on to this. Or 275 with the Bears, that is.
They won the UAA in 2021, posting 13 wins. Finished the season 13-3-1. They were eliminated in the second round of the NCAA tournament. But that was their first win since 2015 in the tournament, 1-0 victory over Wisconsin Superior.
Joe Clark's also got a little bit of a Mike Tomlin stat going for him. He's only had one losing season.
And Wilt struck.
Again by Culver. Out of nowhere. Keeping the dance party going is Culver. It's 2-0 off of his brace.
I didn't recognize the celebration, but it was choreographed.
No.
It was good. Well struck there from distance. The left footer across frame inside that right post. 2-0 lead now.
The spark that WashU needed. Not starting this game, but still coming off the bench, graduate of Webster Groves High School. Back in St. Louis, Owen Culver. Becoming a hometown hero for the Bears today. That ball wide open in front of the box. No one was there. Culver was the closest one. If he was maybe 5 feet ahead of that, he had a hat trick right in front of him.
Yeah, it was a kind of strange sequence of plays there where they laid the ball out for the Tartans, and very dangerous spot.
Again, this time a tenacious effort coming from Carl Vestberg, senior out of Short Hills, New Jersey. As we reach the final 10 minutes of play. This ball back into the middle. Vestberg is going to get beat out. Turning to the right is Diedrich Slingeman, and that's a smart move. It's going to draw the foul as well. Bit of a tactical move there maybe by Vestberg to try to just reach back in that. Worst case scenario was pretty much that, was just allowing the free kick, which WashU's going to be able to jump right back on.
Milk the clock a little too.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can a little more with that cushion. Culver's first brace of the year. He's doubled his tally from 2 to 4 goals this season. Wash U has doubled the amount of goals scored in conference this year as well. They came into this game with a goal against Brandeis and a goal against NYU. Their last win was a 2-0 win at Webster back on October 4th.
8.5 remaining.
Gotta imagine that thought process for CMU has shifted a little bit to just trying to level this one back off if they can get onto the board.
Get some numbers forward.
Yep.
Try to create some chances. Bears doing well in the press here. Got some room on the right flank.
But you can just tell the Bears playing with so much more confidence right now. Able to take a step into it like that, all wing now. A give and go from Vestberg. Landon Green, rather. Number 6 instead of number 16 there. And a pinball between Daniels and Allwang on the left side. That'll be a throw-in for CMU with 7.5. That was a good 2.5 minutes of possession. They were able to wipe off the clock right there. Robbie Hidari will come back on for Wash U. William Rabin will rejoin for the Tartans. Final 7 minutes of play. Wash U's only needed 4 shots on goal. Tartans still looking for their first. Off the brace of Owen Culver. Bears looking for their first win in conference in their 2023 campaign. Looks like Coach Clark might be emptying the bench a little bit here. Although just as I say that, the substitution is their top goal scorer in Joseph Hipskind, as well as Nate Voda, who we have not seen today, junior out of Cincinnati. Gets to go play in his home state on Sunday against the Spartans of Case Western. Although I'm not so sure Cincinnati natives will consider Cleveland part of their home state. I don't want to stir up too much drama with him there.
Yeah, you might cause a dust up there. Same state, just kind of like Pittsburgh and Philly around here.
Exactly. Back into the corner of the field on the near side. Wash U will take their time throwing this back into play. Dribbling into the box is Hipskind. Fresh off the bench. Now Green sending this one, dipping it right into the gloves of Liam Ryan.
Under 5 remaining.
That game Sunday for Wash U, their last away game of the season. They get to go home for a trio of games to wrap up the regular season with non-conference Greenville as well as Rochester and Chicago, currently ranked number 24. Ryan jumping all the way out of the box to clear this one into the trees.
Puts it out on the street.
Good thing the food trucks have moved. That was, could have been somebody's lunch over there.
Reminds me of one of my favorite Springsteen songs.
4 minutes remaining as CMU will win a free kick here, and they're going to hustle.
Under 4.
Rabin fighting tooth and nail for that ball. He's going to win out. Coach Clark yelling for Wash U, no fouls. This ball dangerous into the box in front of Malala. He settles that. Potentially went off the foot of Carl Vesper.
Well, they
or
didn't call
Landon
it right
Green.
away, so they're not going to call it now.
Yeah, you don't want to go back there. That is an unlucky error, perhaps, if you're CMU. Wouldn't have given them a penalty kick. It would have been an indirect free from inside the box, which is hard to execute, harder than it sounds. Even though you might be closer to the net, hard to get that second touch in time. As Wash U looks to add to their heap of goals. Hipskind from the right side of the field. Turned aside by the defense. This will be a throw. Went right of the flags. Flag will go up here as that one went right back out. Actually, it's going to be a foul in favor of CMU. And another one, but this time shifting back to Bears possession.
It's going to be a foul, but once again, the long punt away knocks off a few seconds as they retrieve it and reset it. As we get to the final 2 minutes.
Yeah. Just about kneel down time for the Bears. This ball stays in bounds on that far side, riding the chalk. Back inside, an opportunity for Voda. He found himself higher than I think he expected to. Dipping forward, leaning forward for that header. As CMU will bring Chris Lee and Jake Cavan back onto the field in favor of Josh Ball and Dominic Horweiler, two guys that have just left it all out there today for sure. Already looked ahead at Wash U's games. CMU has number 24 Chicago on Sunday as Hipskind looks back up for this one. He has some room, and he's got a goal himself. With 65 seconds on the clock, Joseph Hipskind.
Yeah, nice little move to the left foot. Slotted that one right inside that right post with the left foot. That's where they buried all three of their goals here today, right on that side of the net. 1:05 to go, 3-0 lead for the Bears.
Owen Culver became the first on this Wash U squad to break into the double digits in points today. His 2 goals give him 10 points on the year in combo with his 2 assists. But now Hipskind surpasses him with 11 points, coming off of that being his 4th goal on top of his 3 assists. So an exclamation mark on the day for Washington.
Under a minute.
Played in. Malala comfortably will take that one with a step forward. He'll dive down with that one as well. Surely just making sure he had full possession there, nothing else. CMU, as I was mentioning right when Hipskind jumped onto the scoreboard there, will host number 24 Chicago here on Sunday at 1:30. We'll have that action for you back here on the CMU Athletics website. They'll travel to NYU, and then they will play the soccer version of the Academic Bowl, hosting Case Western Reserve, who will have their hands full on Sunday as Wash U and the Bears have crawled out of the cave and nabbed their first 3 points of the season in UAA play. A 3-0 win for Wash U today.
So quickly before we sign off, final stats: shots, Bears 13, Tartans 7. On goal, 5 for the Bears, 0 for the Tartans. Saves, 2 for the Tartans. Corners, 4-1 lead for the Bears. Offsides 3 for the Tartans, 0 for the Bears. Fouls 14 Bears, 12 Tartans, and no cards. And that wraps it up here today for the soccer doubleheader on the Tartans website, CMU Athletics website.
It does indeed, and had some weather, had some adversity, but 2 clean games there. And we thank you for joining us this afternoon here in Pittsburgh. For Nick Schmeg, Kevin Zilmansky, Bob Orquist earlier, and the entire Carnegie Mellon Athletics staff.
They do
We
such
thank
a
you for
great
joining
job
us.
hosting us.
Absolutely, they do. Every single time we are pampered here and spoiled. We thank you for joining us, and until next time, have a great weekend.